Hello, fellow penguins. Welcome to episode 4 of the MOSS Survival Guide series. I am Faba,
I am Penguin.
and today we are going to go over the rest of the pieces that we did not cover in our
Yes.
first 3 videos from the MOSS Exofabulatronics 5200 set. However, one word of apology. We said in our last video that we were going to actually use the double brain. Well, we're not.
At least not in this episode.
We realized we'll do it in the next episode. So what we're going to really quick go over is all of the different sensors. The mic sensor, the knob sensor,
The knob.
the knob sensor, the proximity sensor, the brightness sensor, and then we will also try to go over, if we have time, the
motor, the pivot, and the flashlight.
and those are all of the action blocks that take an input from a sensor's output. So you'll notice all the sensors have red and orange output on them.
And then all the
Action blocks.
action blocks. Thank you.
Yeah.
They have a brown side.
Nice. And so we're going to hook that up to the double battery.
I
And-
mean the extended battery.
I'm sorry, the extended battery, which is not the double brain.
This one.
And then we're also at the very end going to go over the various braces: long brace, short brace,
Corner.
arch brace, and corner brace. Arch brace, short corner brace. And then we're also going to go over real quick, the axle and the wheel, which you've already seen
The
probably.
wheel.
So that's everything. We are going to go over that, and we'll be back. Okay, here we are going to build the simple robot from episode 1, just to show the various sensors first. So let's take the extended battery, and which Penguin has, and let's put the output, or the device that is going to show us an action, which is going to be what this time?
The flashlight.
Okay, the flashlight. And what color? It has a brown face.
Brown face.
So that takes an input from an orange or red face of a sensor.
So you want to put it to power
Okay.
with the brown facing.
Gotcha. So right now, if we turned on the extended battery, is it going to light up?
No.
Okay. That's because we do not have a signal going into it. So let's start with let's try the mic sensor.
Ta-da!
Okay, so the mic sensor does what? It senses sound.
And just to notify,
Yeah.
not notify, just so you know,
Yeah.
this one is the one with little wavy lines, kind of looks like a flower. Oh,
Uh-huh.
sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I see it now. Okay. Let's attach the orange or red face, which is its output face, into the input face of the flashlight. All right. Now, when you make a sound, you can see, there you go, you can kind of see the light going on with respect, or when the sound happens. All right, let's try the next sensor. Let's go with the brightness sensor. So we'll pull off the mic sensor, which senses sound, and we'll go with a sensor, the brightness sensor, which senses light.
And these look extremely similar.
Yeah.
Just the way to know which one is which is, oh, I'm sorry, I just started drifting off camera.
That's okay.
Is by the side, so the light has a brown side and the sensor has a red side.
All right, so when that goes in, it's going to sense light or no light, and that will change the signal. So you can see less light, the actual output device goes darker, and more light, it goes brighter. Okay, so let's move on to the proximity sensor. The proximity sensor senses when something is close to it, and when nothing's close to it, I think it doesn't send a signal. So let's take a look.
So, and this one is just a hole, essentially.
Yeah, black hole. All right, so now as Penguin's hand gets closer to it, it sends a signal to the output, or the action block, to actually light up the flashlight. All right, so let's go to our last sensor in the MOSS Exofabulatronics 5200 set, and that is the knob sensor. What does that do?
This one is just, like it says, a knob, so when you turn it one way, it'll make the light go bright. When you turn it the other way, it goes dim.
All right, all the way to the left, and you end up with a lesser signal. All right, so those are all of the sensors that we have in this set, but let's leave the sensor for the knob. Let's leave the knob sensor on, the sensor for the knob, and let's take off and show you some of the output devices, or the action devices, I should say. So we already showed you the flashlight.
Let's do the motor.
Let's do the motor. So this is what we used to build the robot in our very first video. But you'll see that. What does this one do, Penguin?
This, oh,
This
it
block,
rotates.
It rotates.
It spins.
All right. There we go. So we put the brown to the orange and it spins. And now if you use the block or the knob sensor, you can make it change
I can make
directions.
it stop when it's at a certain point and then it changes.
All the way to the left it goes to the right, and all the way to the right it goes to the left. Alright, so that is the second action block, the motor. We just showed the flashlight, we showed the motor, and there's one more here, which is the
pivot.
Alright, again it has a brown side to it, so you attach it
Well,
to
it has
the
several
orange.
brown
Several
sides.
brown sides.
So
True.
this can actually be arranged in many different ways. I'm just going to do it like this.
Alright,
So.
power to power.
Oh, and we don't need this.
Oh, right. Okay, let's see what happens when the knob gets moved. Ah, so it's a pivot. So let's do a little bit of, there we can kind of
Sorry.
see it pivot. That's okay. Maybe flip it around the other way so there you go. So as the knob sensor gets turned different direction, it pivots. So this is oftentimes in robots used for what? Things like steering and moving parts of the robot.
Yeah, it can be used for steering. It can be used for like shovels.
Oh yeah, like a shovel going up and down. So that's the third output device. So now let's take a look really quick at the kind of the remaining pieces that we haven't looked at. Let's pull off the output device right now, and let's build a slightly longer robot so that we can show how the braces work. So we have four types of braces. We have the, what are they called? One's the long brace,
Long brace,
short brace,
short brace,
and the other one's an arch brace.
arch brace, and then this is a corner.
And that is a corner brace. So all these do is stabilize the robot. So if we actually take this one and put a few more maybe hubs on it, or maybe even just one more hub on it.
If we do like
If we do it longer, that way we can show how it would. Yeah. And if we then flip that over to the bottom side, and now we can actually show how these can go over three, or two of them.
So the long brace can
Yeah.
go over 3
You
squares.
go over all three. So that would actually keep those squares tight together. The short brace, whoa!
I'm
Sometimes
sorry.
that happens. The short brace is actually the same way, except instead of long,
Sorry
we would
about
just
that.
do the short one.
Sorry about that,
No
Father.
problem, Pingui. So, the short brace works very similarly.
It just connects 2.
Yep, can lock the pieces together. So those are typically used for stability. Now the last brace is the
Not the
arch
last
brace.
brace.
Oh, I'm sorry, the second to last one is the arch brace.
And this brace is usually,
That's okay.
it's usually made more for decoration, but still can be used for, support purposes. But usually they try to use these because they're a little more stable. But they do work, and yeah, they
you
essentially
go.
do the same thing as the 2.
And then the last one is a corner brace, which we probably don't have the right build to show at the moment.
Well,
but
we can do this.
Oh, can we alter it? Oh, nice. Yeah, we can. Good to go.
So you can use it to cover things that are, like maybe this is just sort of sticking out, and so you can put this on here so that it will stay attached.
Nice. All right, so those are all the braces. And the only last little quick pieces we'll show is the axles and the actual wheels themselves.
Yes.
So let's pull an axle in over there.
So this is an axle, and an axle doesn't really do anything. It's usually just meant for like support.
Yeah, and it's a way for a back wheel or a wheel that's not attached to a motor to just follow along. So if you actually take a wheel over there and attach it to the axle, you can just see it clips right in. And now you have a wheel that if you attached it to the robot would just
I'm sorry.
follow
I'm
along.
having some trouble today.
That's okay. It would just follow along. So, yeah. So those are all of the pieces in the entire MOSS Exofabulotronics 5200. Hey, thanks for watching the fourth video in our series where we went over all the rest of the parts of the MOSS Exofabulotronics 5200 set.
Yes.
So today we went over the sensors,
All the sensors,
output
and
devices,
output devices.
braces, all that kind of good stuff. What are we going to do next time?
Next time we are going to build Grandpa Dogadillo.
Ooh, so we're actually going to do a build with a double brain and pretty much almost every piece in there. So that'll be the final in our series for the survival guide for MOSS, and we'll move on to another series after that. Thanks for joining us.
Finger guns.